I'm not gonna lie, 2025 is already testing my patience. What a year this last month was. But at least I have a couple of things that will keep me going. This nightmarish Saturn return in Pisces is finally coming to an end. I have a lot of songs and hopefully an album to release. And now I also have this side quest. Reading everything Heather O'Neill ever wrote in her life. Hi, I'm Anna Hayes. I'm a singer, songwriter, and visual artist, but I'm here to chat about all the things that I love the most. Films, perfumes, books, series, and art in general that's weird, obscure, unsettling, or all the above. When We Lost Our Heads initially grabbed my attention for its striking title, coquette-looking book cover, and for the fact that it takes place in Montreal, the city I've been living in for more than 3 years now. Talking about dark coquette, this brooch here was made by my friend Claudia. She creates all these spooky but cute accessories. I will leave her link in the description. As I was saying, it's a very weird feeling to see such emotionally charged places for me, specifically mentioned in a fictional story, and having to imagine them the way they would have looked during the Industrial Revolution. If you have any knowledge of the historical context of this city, that's one of many reasons this book might be interesting for you. Even if there's just a glimpse of that among all the topics it manages to throw inside a single story. The central topic is, instead, the relationship between two girls throughout their lives, from childhood to adulthood. Especially in the first part of the novel, they're described as polar opposites, whimsically stereotyped as the extremes of what social media modern aesthetics would categorize with the hashtags of soft and dark feminine. The prose is very aware of its use of tropes and very ironic about it, but both equally gorgeous and fatally attracted to each other. Marie Antoine is enchanting and delightfully frivolous, her apparent sweetness absurdly reiterated by the fact that she's the daughter of the tyrannical owner of a sugar factory, who married his way into extreme wealth. I'm sure the similarities between her name and the name of a certain historical figure was not lost on you. Marie even cosplays as Marie Antoinette at some point in the book. And cakes also have a very important role in her story, but I won't spoil it. The other main character, Sadie Arnett, is sharp and demonic since childhood, a natural-born villain. Melancholic, dark, relatable at times, or at least she is, if like myself you suffer from some form of God complex, until she really challenges your empathy with some of her sociopathic antics, remaining incredibly charming nonetheless. In this case, I did think that the connection I made between her name and sadism was a stretch, but I felt vindicated when she actually starts writing erotica, and the figure of Marquis de Sade himself is brought in later in the book too. The novel starts with a bang, and I mean it quite literally. Little Sadie and Little Marie challenge each other in an imaginary duel, but the guns they're using are very real. They also happen to be loaded, and they accidentally murder a maid that tries to intervene during their dangerous game. As I mentioned before, there are way more themes than you would initially think in this story, and they gradually, seamlessly appear as it unfolds. We do start by exploring the mutual obsession between Sadie and Marie, but as they grow up and confront with the rest of the world, we wake up from that fable-like dream in which everything could be contained between the extremes of their female archetype. They are opposites indeed, but as in opposite sides of the same decadent coin, the upper class is. And what about all the possible declination of femininity outside that gilded cage? Their challenges, their heroes and anti-heroes. As many other different and incredibly interesting female characters appear, many more complex facets of reality appear too, from outside the fairy tale binaries that Marie and Sadie represented. But I won't spoil it further. When We Lost Our Heads is witty and tragic, sexy and macabre, and therefore it's a very realistic rendition of the female experience. Actually, of many versions of it, as I said. The prose is to die for, and will make you fall in love with reading or writing again. On a final note, for those who follow me for my perfume reviews, you will want to wear Putain de Palace by Italie Portorange while reading this. The smell of tons of violet-scented powder, wore in a hurry in an attempt to recollect yourself after an orgy at Versailles. Enough said. Did you hear about this book before? Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and tell me if there's something in particular you would like me to talk about in this series. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support me. It would really help. Good night, have very strange dreams.